Greetings, my friends. I'm Andrea, astrologer, and welcome to this weekly update from January 26th to February 1st. Yes, we made it. The first month of 2026 is almost over. So let's see what we can expect. Fact is that we have one of the most dangerous long-term signals, which is quite rare for Bitcoin activated. At least it is dangerous in terms of sentiment, and risk appetite is fading, and a lot of traders would wake up when it's already too late. We talk about the Neptune-Lilith square, which occurred in 2025 twice, on March 30th and on October 21st, respectively. And when it happened, sentiment collapsed first and price followed after. Some traders still chasing false strengths. And this time, unfortunately, the setup is even more fragile, in my opinion, taking into account the current price action. So stay with me to look also at the big picture briefly for Bitcoin and which direction it could go. Here's the danger: temporary pumps inside a bearish structure. Short-term bullish aspects can lure traders into longs right before risk aversion fully kicks in. Add low liquidity to the picture and small moves turn into sharp dumps. This is where most traders get trapped. Now, before I start, I would like to remind you that we use the UTC time zone for all the forecasts here to consider the days, and we do have also important remark all the time that during the weekend usually we do not have volume. Therefore, I invite you to check the weekly forecast, the previous one that I link here, where you can see basically the previous weekend, which is January 24th and 25th that I'm referring to. On Monday, January 26th, energies are mixed. Venus conjunct Rahu in the Bitcoin horoscope is a high-intensity bullish aspect, while later in the day, Mercury conjunct Mars activates a sharp, aggressive energy that remains active for several days. Tuesday, January 27th, Mercury conjunct Rahu in the Bitcoin chart can trigger a temporary price spike, potentially forming an unsustainable peak if volume is elevated. The rest of the day turns decisively bearish, with Neptune-Lilith square reinforcing risk aversion, an aspect that also appeared on March 30th and October 21st, 2025. This is followed by a Mars-Pluto conjunction in global astrology, likely to intensify dumps and volatility. Midweek on Wednesday, January 28th, conditions are quieter but remain bearish overall as the Sun opposes the Bitcoin ascendant, suppressing momentum. On Thursday, January 29th, two Mars sextiles, one to Lilith in global astrology and one to the Moon in the Bitcoin horoscope, introduce bullish but highly volatile energy. Mercury conjunct Venus in global astrology is a strong bullish aspect that could produce a sharp pump if liquidity is sufficient. And we do have an extensive global astrological report, which is included with all financial forecasts for 2026, and there are many assets which are covered. And these are, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Actually in 2025, we offer a very affordable bundle with 33% off for all three of them, for the ones who have and who want to have a overview of the whole crypto landscape with this. I think it's a good way to cover everything. And we do have also reports for the macro side, and I refer here to the US indices, S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, and for the gold and silver index XAU as well, since these are powerful reports that you can use for correlation purposes in the market as well. And if you are active also in the stock market and in gold, it makes perfect sense. So it will be a companion to the crypto related reports. For the first time, I will offer also the price trajectory which was available for all crypto assets, also for these macro indices. So stay tuned for that and check it out. I put the links here. I want to mention also that Patreon subscribers will have 10% off and even 20% off rebate, regardless of their seniority in the subscription. So even if you are a fresh subscriber, you would have this offer enabled for you for the yearly reports. I want to make them very affordable for everybody. Thank you so much for your attention, for liking and subscribing. It helps the channel. I genuinely appreciate that, and I wish you an excellent 2026. Be joyful. Friday, January 30th, the end of the working week, features two bullish day-level aspects in the Bitcoin horoscope, but bearish hourly influences dominate. They are not depicted here, but please take them into account. Full report is on Patreon. Lilith trine Moon and Sun conjunct Rahu will require strong upside volume to materialize. Saturday, January 31st, which is also the monthly closing, we have a Mercury-Chiron conjunction in the Bitcoin horoscope. This is inherently bearish, though supportive hourly aspects could mitigate damage if volume is present. Expect volatility in any case. Sunday, February 1st carries heightened background energy due to the full moon in Leo, though no exact day-level aspects occur in either global astrology or the Bitcoin horoscope. Now here you go. This is the complete summary of the week for day level aspects. As you can see, for the ones which are new, please have a look at the legend. It's the video which is linked here for your reference. You need to listen to it once. And I want to say that I would highlight the volatile days because I think it's important. You can see them in the market related row, and they are marked with these F signs, fires, which can be positive and negative as well. And we have hourly aspects only for 1 day. Full report is in Patreon in all tiers, and I highlight here the day of Saturday that you can see it is neutral at day level, but we do have hourly aspects, plenty of them, which are negative major aspects intraday. For a complete overview with timestamps for all major aspects intraday, you can check the BTC hour by hour, which contains the whole month of January, including the monthly closing on January 31st. It is linked here. Now, before I go, I would like to have a look together with you at the big picture. I want to refer in particular to the dates that I mentioned for you. We do have the Neptune square Lilith aspect, which is bearish, and it is really meant to dampen sentiment further. Unfortunately, it's not really about fear, but it's a risk aversion that is really triggered, and this should be considered as the general atmosphere in the markets at the moment. I think we already start to feel it. We saw the fear and greed index also going into the 30 plus 34, something like that. So we slip into fear, not extreme fear, but it is fear nevertheless. And on the 30th of March 2025, you can see the Bitcoin chart. Neptune was direct, so it was the point of turn, and it preceded a local bottom. And I would like you to really look at it, because this is the motion that we have to deal with, and this is basically more important in my opinion than the other one, although we are currently in a bearish structure, so to speak. Now the next one would be Neptune retrograde, which happened on October 21st, 2025. And I highlight it here on the chart. It's again the 1D chart. And we are in a bearish structure, and it is sort of the beginning of a decline as well, but it is also before pumping. And this is interesting because it shows basically a longer duration of dumps than the other one. Of course, there are also other influences at play. Always there are tens of influences. So Neptune direct, for contrast, it showed basically a bottom, but before a pump. That was long term, and finally it led to the highest values that we got, so to speak, so far, as you can see here. But Neptune retrograde really triggered the prolonged decline. I would incline to say that we are not over with the pumps yet. But in any case, we need to exercise caution on what is ahead. Still, Q1 can be promising to a certain degree at least. A lot will depend on when money will be rotated into crypto, because for now it is still in gold, and to be honest, I expected much more in terms of the positive volatility, that we had a series of short-term aspects. This is also true during the week, but they didn't materialize fully. It was not a full trading week in US at least, so this also didn't help the situation, but it's important that money would migrate from gold, in my opinion, because otherwise, with all the good news, we don't have enough upward volume for sure, and the sentiment is where it is. So we need a sort of catalyst for growth in crypto at the moment. Thank you so much for your time, for your attention, for liking and subscribing. I highly appreciate it. And until next time, be joyful. See you.